Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, Earthlings. We meet again. This video is partly an update, some my opinions, but mostly a massive thank you to all of you out there who alerted the authorities yesterday about the bomb threat from Oliver Cromwell X on Twitter. Thank you so much. You've no idea how much that means to everybody. I'm going to explain, and I read a lot of the comments yesterday on the video. There are one or two people who'd made points that I wanted to address because I think they're valid points, just to explain. So, I'll just start with my list. Firstly, no, I have not received a defamation letter before action or pre-action protocol letter from a certain person who's crowdfunding. Just to keep you updated on that, the crowdfund was started back in March, some hopeless begging bowl, and no. And as far as I know, none of the other YouTubers have received a letter either. Now, your voices. Some people yesterday said, why do you have to make a video? Just inform the proper authorities and let them handle it. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say this without sounding rude. But really, if you believe that, you are really rather stupid, or you're a sugar or a troll yourself. I'm sorry. There's no other way to put it. If you have been following my channel, you'll know for the last 2 years, I've been trying to trace the money trail back to a certain infamous couple to find out who pays these little online terrorists. You think that I and Trevor and Graham and Wally and Sue Smith and the Duchess of Sussex and a whole host of other YouTubers have not already informed the authorities before about these people's behaviour? You must be insane. In fact, cover your ears, people. You must be fucking insane if you think we have not done that. This time last year, on the 10th of May it was, the same account threatened to put a bullet in mine and Graham's heads. Okay, I didn't take that one seriously because we live here in Spain and I knew that that little no-mark either lived in the States or the UK. I just didn't believe they live in Gibraltar or in La Linea in Spain near us. But there have been many other occasions, and yes, there is an ongoing police investigation involving a certain individual who we still have yet to receive a defamation letter from regarding their behaviour. So when you say, oh, don't make a YouTube video, what the hell are you talking about? I'm a YouTuber, this is YouTube, and we've all been in this community for a very long time. To come to the second point, why ask everybody else? Because somebody else said, don't ask us to do the work for you. Thankfully, there were only one or two of these comments. The majority, 99.999% of you got on it straight away. In fact, you all got on it so fast that as a group voice, with all of your voices contacting the Met Police, Sussex Police, contacting GCHQ, contacting even Buckingham Palace, Kensington Palace. A lot of you came back and either emailed me or messaged me and said they have actually said that they are aware of this troll channel and that they are closing it down. They're aware of the other accounts. They are looking into the whole thing. This is not normal police looking into it, right? So I think there were two incredibly stupid people who said that. And I'm sorry, that is stupidity. Oh, don't make YouTube videos, just phone the police. Well, you're dead naive because a lot of the time the police will not act. How many calls do you think the police get a day? Oh, I'm being stalked on Twitter. Probably about 500 million a day, if not an hour. But when you have mass voices saying, go look at this, someone is saying they have got explosives in a rucksack, they are going to Buckingham Palace, and they are going to their target with a drone, yes, that is something that if a lot of people report it, and it worked. As you will all have seen, the Olivia Cromwell X account was suspended about 50 minutes after my video upload. That's how fast all of you guys acted and worked. Now, I don't know this for sure. It may be the case that a lot of you reporting that X account is what caused the suspension. But I have my doubts because I know that a lot of the troll accounts, Atalanta of Arcadia, 24,700, 2-year campaign of hell on us YouTubers has been reported thousands of times and Twitter won't take it down. I know that Olivia Cromwell X was reported last year for threatening to put a bullet in mine and Graham's head thousands of times. Twitter didn't take it seriously. What I believe happened yesterday, and especially, and a big thank you to those of you who have emailed me screenshots of your emails and conversations with the security forces, with the counter-terrorism force, with the Met Police, with GCHQ, and those of you that have provided your personal details to MI5, thank you, thank you, thank you, because all of you, and this is thanks to you guys, because of your swift action, I believe the security services pounced on Twitter and locked that account down so fast to preserve evidence. That is my belief. I have never seen Twitter take down even the most heinous accounts. That one particular, threatening to kill me and Graham this time last year, that wasn't good enough. We even complained and Twitter said, well, we don't think they've breached our terms and conditions and terms of services. Elon Musk, are you paying attention? Because I think you've still got some knobheads working at Twitter. Well, that's my personal belief, that thanks to all of you, the security services locked that down. Thank you for the people who have emailed me, who've had lengthy conversations with the authorities, who have assured them that the person behind this will be arrested, if they haven't already. Now, obviously, they're not going to call me up or anyone else and give us updates. But there were one or two people who said, oh, it's just a joke, they're just trolling you. Right, to those people, I've got a challenge for you. Go into any major airport near you, any major airport, and scream from the top of your lungs, I've got a rucksack full of explosives and I'm going to kill everybody. And find out how funny and how jokey the authorities take it, whatever country you live in. Actually, on second thoughts, better advice, don't do it, because you'll probably go to prison for a very, very long time. So, I mean, these people who made these comments yesterday, they've got to be the trolls. The trolls, bless them, then. They're all putting up, oh, I'm nothing to do with Olivia Cromwell X. Oh, no, Olivia Cromwell X blocked me. Oh, I blocked it. No, I couldn't believe, talk about neck break speed, panic, fearful. They know they trod on a landmine with that comment. And I believe it is the same person, the same man behind Olivia Cromwell X as it is behind Atalanta of Arcadia and the Not Trevor Cult account, which has been trolling Trevor Cult for 2 years now. I believe that a lot of heads are going to roll behind the scenes. One person said, how dare I bother Prince William or involve him? Prince William, well, he doesn't live in Buckingham Palace, but he's kind of connected to it, and he was at a garden party yesterday at Buckingham Palace. I think Prince William has every right. If I'm sensing a lot of these comments are coming from sugars who are like, holy shit, don't point things out to Prince William because he supersedes Prince Harry, who I've deeply suspected all along somehow his influence has been used to keep these people alive, because it's almost like they feel they've got diplomatic immunity. And up until yesterday, I was beginning to think they had diplomatic immunity. It's almost as if they got so complacent that they threatened to bomb Buckingham Palace. Oh my God. And they found out they do not have diplomatic immunity. Of that, I'm certain. But as I say, the authorities are not going to keep us up to date, so we can only speculate. Now, there are a couple of YouTubers out there who I'm not going to name, but they are imbeciles of the highest order, who have been backing up somebody who said, I love Atalanta, she speaks the truth and justice, I speak to her offline, who's deep in the shit right now. And those two YouTubers, I think for the best will in the world, wanted to back up their mate, because they believed his little lies that he was being bullied. But they're in so deep now, and I see one of the imbeciles last night posted the most ludicrous thing on Twitter, that I'm Olivia Cromwell X, that I created a bomb hoax. Well, I say to that imbecile, rest assured the security services will know the IP address. Even if a VPN company has been used, they will find out exactly whose device owns Olivia Cromwell X, which was a paid-for blue tick account at one point. So it used payment method to verify itself and pay its $8 a month to Elon Musk. That person was not me. I am completely innocent. The police are never going to find any evidence because it's not me and I never did it. And anyone who cries wolf and bomb hoax is in just as much trouble as someone who threatens a bomb. No, it wasn't me that posted it. It was the human being behind Olivia Cromwell X who posted that bomb threat, that terrorist threat, which I then went on to report publicly on YouTube in order that we could all use our voices collectively to get the attention of the authorities. And again, I say thank you, thank you, thank you, all of you, from the bottom of my heart. Us YouTubers have been screaming from the rooftops for years. In all likelihood, the individual will probably end up getting dealt with under some sort of mental health act. Now, I think I've covered all of that. Graham's channel was under attack overnight. Graham's channel, my husband, is smaller than mine, so it is more vulnerable. And they got a video where he put some of our wedding up. Our children were 4 and 6 when we got married. Yes, they came to the wedding. And there is a photograph of my son drinking from a saucer champagne glass some lemonade. So the Sugars mass reported Graham for having a minor drinking alcohol, and he got a strike. So Graham has locked his channel down for protection. In the meantime, I will put a link to he's got 3 or 4 channels to his secondary channel if any of you want to follow up on his video updates. He has appealed, yes, because this was obviously a swarm attack overnight, and I'm certain that when a human reviewer goes and looks at it, they will conclude that there is nothing of the sort. But nice try, Charles and Sugars, who, by the way, there is I won't name her, but a nurse who works in Toronto who owns one of the troll accounts. I saw her real identity out on Twitter the other day. Like I say, I won't repeat it. Keeps going on and making videos about me not believing an entity called Penny, Duchess Drop Bear, a couple of years ago. I did not believe she had cancer, and I still do not believe that. There are, believe it or not, people out there who lie, and actually I'm not sure that that Duchess Drop Bear was an actual person. I don't know what it was. It never showed anybody its face. It contacted Yankee Wally and persuaded Yankee Wally to get in touch with a fake lawyer and hand over all of her data to that fake lawyer, who Wally deeply suspects was Sarah Data. So that's the poor little Penny with cancer story that the 2 imbecilic YouTubers and other trolls like to go on about. I'm sorry to sound fed up, guys, but I mean, it's been a long road for all of us, hasn't it? This is 2 long sodding years, but I am confident. I went to bed smiling, I woke up smiling. That Olivia Cromwell X account is still suspended, and I'm certain that the security forces will be combing through everything, not only every DM, they will be combing through who it's interacted with, what other Twitter accounts, and I will explain why. When you have counter-terrorism forces involved, they will grab the individual who actually tweeted about the rucksack, the drone, and the bomb on Buckingham Palace. They will put them in an interview room. Well, they'll put them in a cell first, in the custody suite. They will garner as much information as they can from electronic devices and also from servers and social media companies. They will then put this person in an interview room where they will be video recorded and tape recorded with officers presenting them with evidence. They're going to try and get information and an explanation from this individual. What made you do this? Why did you post something so serious? Why target Buckingham Palace? They will want to get to the bottom of this person's motivations. And if they discover along that journey, and they will consider this, that there are other parties who have groomed this human being into behaving like this, like a cell, as anti-terrorism cops know, they will want to track down each and every one of those individuals. They will be looking at bank statements to see if any payment has changed hands. And this is why I brought Prince William into it, because he supersedes Harry. And he will have the power to say, I want to see every single transaction. I want to see where money has gone, where money has been received, what time and what date, and what caused this, who caused this. So we can leave it all to our imaginations about that, can't we? I see in the newspapers that apparently Meghan's in tears because everyone's been taking the piss out of her Americana or Chiana Riviera thing. Tough shit, I say, Meghan. I dare say there were quite a few floods of tears behind palace walls when you were bitching your face off on Oprah, when your husband was bitching in his book, when you were bitching on Netflix, and when all your fans were attacking our Princess of Wales, who's obviously got health issues, and all the other disgusting things you said. I dare say there's been a tear or two shed. So hard cheese, bad luck, I say. There's also talk that Meghan feels that Harry and her was such a success in Nigeria that they're thinking of dumping their own titles, and they don't care if the king takes the titles because they're bigger than the titles. They were such a success in Nigeria. Well, I say to that, just give the titles up. If you don't need them, give them up. Maybe the king will take them, maybe he won't. But you try booking yourself a gig back in Nigeria without those titles, or anywhere else for that matter, and I think you'll see a different story. Anyway, as always, that's enough from me today. I hope you're all having a fabulous day. And again, I can't say it enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of our hearts, my whole family, and I know the other YouTubers will appreciate, because alone we fall, together we stand. Thank you very much for listening.